Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Mike here once again. Hello, how are you this evening? I say this evening because I'm actually recording this. It's pitch black outside, I've got the windows open. It's very, very warm here in Wales today. It is about to be Easter weekend and I have some videos that are scheduled to be unleashed on you all this weekend, and I thought I'd better do a little bit of an intro to those videos because they're going to come from nowhere otherwise. So I'm here of an evening, rather than sitting down watching telly, which is what I normally do, gladly, I am up here this evening recording this video for you. The video is going to be about my first podcast. But before we get into it at all, because I know I'm going to ramble, I know I am. I know this is going to be tricky too, this may take a few takes, but I'm going to get there. I would like you all to pop over to my channel and hit the subscribe button. It would be lovely if you and I could chat the night away. Hit subscribe if you like this video and this kind of chatty video thing. You are going to be getting videos from me every Tuesday and Friday, or at least that is the plan. I actually missed this Tuesday, apologies, but I will explain why very, very shortly. If you hit notifications, you will see when those videos go live, and if you hit like on this video, then that would be fab, because we love a thumbs up. So let's get into my first podcast. I'm going to talk about where this idea came from first, and then kind of what happened on the day, and what you're about to see. Those are my 3 points. I'm going to stick to 3 points, and that'll be easier. Hopefully, he says, waffling on already. So, this idea came from me, strangely. So basically, I met my friend Kyle in work. We work together, and Kyle is a musician. He is a singer-songwriter. He plays a bunch of instruments. He's producing his own music and albums, and he's a very, very talented boy. And we've been talking about sort of talent and creation and things at work for a little while. And I was talking about how I wanted to expand a little bit more creatively this year, because I've been making YouTube videos for a little while now, and it's lovely, and I really, really enjoy it. But I do want to just keep on moving forward and challenging myself creatively, and I threw the idea out there that maybe I would like to do a podcast. So I asked him what he thought about that, and he was quite intrigued and wanted to be on it. So we thought we would set it up and just try it. So we did. A few weeks ago now, several weeks ago, we got together and we had some cake, we had a cup of tea, we had lots of lights, similar to now. We just sort of turned the camera on and started recording on my laptop too, and started speaking about music and how he creates his music, and the EP that he has out now on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube. I'll put the links below so you can listen to it, because it's actually really, really good. He's such a talented boy. And we just spoke for a really, really, really long time about music and where his creativity comes from, and it kind of sparked something in me as well, this idea, because it's strange being on a podcast. It's sort of like being an interviewer, but not a journalist, because that's not the same thing. It was very, very casual and chilled, and we just chatted, and it was lovely. It was actually a really lovely experience. Kyle was a dream. He was very giving as a person, answering my questions, and he was quite open with his answers, and he was a pleasure to talk to on film. Thank you very much for doing it, Kyle. I really appreciate it. So we sat down and we pressed record and we started talking, and I think that we both just sort of wanted to maybe warm up a little bit, because I didn't really know what it was going to be. I had no format. I didn't plan anything in advance. You know me, I don't do that. And we just sat down, pressed record, and started chatting, listening to a couple of his songs that he was writing at the moment, which kind of sparked the conversation, and like how he's writing them and how he's producing them and what he's doing. And it was very interesting. We spoke then for about an hour, because obviously the conversation just flowed. We're both chatty guys, so that helps. And then we decided to take a little break. My camera needed to charge, so we just pressed pause and had a little drink and sort of chilled, and then came back then with kind of a fresh head, and we pressed record again, and we managed to record sort of the video that we were sitting down to record in the first place, which was a chatty conversation about his EP, quite specifically. So that conversation then, that little 20-minute conversation, has become a video all by itself. but there is also all this footage and recordings of us chatting for about 2 hours. So when it was done and he went away and I sort of listened to it back and watched it back, it became sort of quite clear to me that there were a couple of videos that were going to come out of this chat that we had. So then when the editing started, I edited a video together of that 20-minute block conversation that happened at the end of the day. And the video is actually quite, it's quite a nice little video, and I've done some editing, and Kyle kindly sent me the instrumental versions of the songs that we're talking about, and they're kind of playing underneath when we're talking about them. I'm quite happy with the whole thing. It went well, the production was good, we have a good rapport, and it worked quite well. And I did that, and that was good and fab. And then I thought I'd go back now and edit the whole conversation and try and make some sort of sense out of this long video file. And I have. So what is happening after this video goes up? You're all dying to know. I know you are. So as it's Easter weekend, this weekend, and lots of people are off, school and work, you lucky so-and-sos. I'm not, but still, that's the life of a retail worker for you. Kyle and I will be in work. So this weekend, it's on Good Friday, I am going to be releasing the 20-minute conversation with the music playing about Kyle's EP. It's called, it's a taster EP for his album Timeline. Timeline? Oh no, now I've gone and lost it. I'm sure it's called Timeline, but I have to double check now, because otherwise that's going to look ridiculous, isn't it? I was going to tell you a story then about looking ridiculous because something horrific happened to me today. I won't. Because you know what? There's only so many times you can embarrass yourself in 24 hours, and I think I've reached my limit. Honestly, guys, if you could be in my world all the time, honestly. Timeline, yes, I was right. So the album's called Timeline. This is a 5-track taster EP, and the 20-minute discussion about that EP is going live this Friday, Good Friday. So that felt nice. And then I thought, you know what, you guys are off all weekend. You might need entertaining all weekend. So I have decided that on Easter Sunday, the podcast, The Big Long Conversation, is going live. It is just over an hour long. So for those of you who are so inclined to just watch 20 minutes, you've got your 20-minute chat. And for those of you that are inclined to watch and listen to a nice long hour conversation, you've got that too. So yeah, you'll need to be comfortable. You'll need to have a drink. You may need to watch it in a couple of stages. That's all fine with me. In fact, I want you to tell me what drink you have whilst you're watching it / listening to it, and what snacks you have. I'm intrigued. And then, just because it's still Easter Monday, you know, we're all eating our Easter eggs and loving our life and living the dream on Easter Monday, I decided I'm throwing at you a cheeky little deleted scene. I know. Now the deleted scene is there because it literally, the conversation, obviously it worked, it's one long conversation, but it has been chopped up, and some bits that are at the end might have actually been spoken about at the beginning, because I'm not a professional at this, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't go in with a plan. We just started talking, and it was very organic, and we didn't even do the hellos and welcome to the video until much later in the day. So it has been heavily edited to make some sort of sense, and it does make sense. It's pretty much in order, but there are some bits that jumped around a bit, and this particular bit I couldn't figure out how to get back into the long conversation because I cut around it. So you have a cheeky deleted scene. What a treat. Seriously, what a treat. You've got a 20-minute video from me, a music podcast video. You have an hour-long music podcast video, and you have a deleted scene. And you have this lovely chatty video that I'm making you now. You guys are being spoiled. 100% being spoiled. And that's why I hope you'll forgive me that there wasn't a video this Tuesday just gone. And there might not be a video next Tuesday because you're getting 3 videos all in one. I have got a video though ready for you for the following Friday. So happy days, okay? Just be happy with that, okay? I'm happy with it, you're happy with it, happy days. So what's happening next? You will be, I hope you'll be glad to hear and glad to know that the whole podcast making experience was actually very, very fun. I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the editing. I enjoyed everything about it. It was really, really fun. It's really pushed me, and it's been nice to have a project that I've been able to see kind of from beginning to end, that whole conversation. It's taken me quite a lot of work, a lot of time has gone into it, but that's not a bad thing. It's been lovely to have this, rather than making a video, editing it and uploading it, and in a way almost sort of, not disposable, but like just quick. That happens so quick. YouTube is very fast. This was a project I got to do and play with for a little bit before actually releasing it, and that felt really good. That feels really good. So you will be hopefully happy to know that my plan is to make more. I am starting a podcast, and I have briefly talked about this in another video, which is already on my channel. I'll link it above and below. But my plan is to talk to people in Wales who are creative. I want to speak to people who, I don't know, write or sing or paint or draw, or who are on YouTube, or just any kind of creative process. I want to talk to people about that creative process. I'm very, very intrigued into what goes into making something. I have been, always have been. I love watching documentaries about people making albums, or people making films or TV shows. Behind the scenes stuff is always fascinating to me, and so this seems like a really natural progression, and nice to have something to discuss as well, not just sitting down and chatting, and that's fine, but the plan is to get some more guests to come onto my channel to talk about their creative process. I have a couple potentially lined up, you'll be glad to know. And then once I've got that, I'm looking forward to moving forward, and I'm looking forwards to moving forwards. No, so I've got a couple lined up, and so hopefully that's going to come to fruition quite soon. I'll put the plan in motion, but bearing in mind I am moving house, so bear with me. There's a lot to do still, and yeah, I'm really happy. I think I have a name, or I have a couple of names, potential names for the podcast too, but it's sort of going to be around the theme of creative Wales, because I don't want to just talk to Welsh people, but if you're being creative in Wales, I want to know. And I think everybody deserves to know, because there's some very talented people in Wales, and we need to talk about that, don't we? You need to hear about that, right? So yeah, that's the plan. Podcast is on the way this weekend. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy them. I hope you get through them as well, because one of them's quite long, as you know, and I would love to hear your feedback, positive and negative. And I say negative, positive and constructive. Please, I'd love to hear your feedback, I really would, because I want to continue doing this and expand creatively, as I said. So yeah, that's what's happening. Podcast is on the way. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys, and I hope you have a lovely Easter weekend. I really do. Hope you get the Easter egg that you want. I want something that's dairy milk and fairly plain. Is that really boring? I quite like a whisper or a twirl or a flake. When it comes to an Easter egg, I love a cream egg, but sometimes they can just be too sweet, and I think the chocolate is sweet enough, so I'm hoping for something dairy milk plain. Not Galaxy, I'm not in the mood. I want dairy milk. Other chocolates are available, but right now, that's what I'm in the mood for. I hope you have a lovely weekend, guys. Have a nice time, a nice break with your families and your friends, and just chill and enjoy, and hope the kids enjoy, and I will speak to you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.